I love that you said that, because we have an opportunity with a partner to bring someone into our life and basically double the forward movement that we have. But how many people get into a relationship and just sit back and relax, go unconscious, basically go on autopilot, and then are surprised when a year later the relationship is struggling? That's not directed at anyone particular in our audience.
We love you.
But we all know that there are people who maybe for hanging out in the meantime, in the average time, joined into a partnership and didn't create that rocket fuel that pushed that relationship into a more dynamic opportunity to cause transformation.
That's true. And it's no wonder that they lose the sparkle for each other. It's like, well, yeah, you're kind of lame now. I'm kind of lame.
Yeah, we're just
find someone else.
In the average. Who wants to be in love with someone who's average?
Yeah. I love you because you're mediocre.
I love you because you don't push me and you don't inspire me to be great.
Yes.
So let's take this to the next level. We're all in relationship with each other.
It's true.
Okay? When I'm sending out an email, or when I'm in relationship with someone, when I'm at the grocery store talking to the grocery store clerk, we have an opportunity to join in that moment our combined energies and push forward even faster, even further. Every relationship is like rocket booster for me in my life. And either I'm empowering that relationship and that person to go with me or not. I mean, I look at Beyonce, I look at Ellen, I look at Oprah, and all the other people who are literally, just by being passionate about what they're passionate about, are enrolling us in joining in their rocket fuel for that cause.
It's true.
Bringing 1 million people together to cause transformation in Africa or in India or in anywhere in the world, Asia. That's a powerful rocket that we can be as humanity. But how many people sit back in the meantime?
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because then I instantly go to, in my head, which of my relationships am I being the dead weight in? Whose wanderlust am I, living off of, or who am I,
who are you dragging?
Propelling? And who am I?
Because
driving?
I want to be in a relationship with people who are rocket fuel for me and with me. I don't want to be dragging anyone, but I don't want to be dragged by anyone. I want to be in a relationship, and I want to do that so that I am literally propelled into my contribution by the relationships I choose to be in. And maybe it's time to take an accounting of who it is we all associate with, how those people choose to show up in our lives. And even more, like you said, who am I dead weight for? Whose time am I wasting? Who am I pulling into the meantime with the emails I send them, with the conversations I have, with just the energy I bring to the space? I want to be the one who is rocket fueling people's relationship. Imagine what would happen in this world if we all stepped up in that way and were propelling a change, propelling relationships into the future. What if that entire group of 15, 20,000 people at that Beyoncé concert in Australia, they were all united in their rocket fuel to this girl, to heal her, to empower her. And she felt it. I mean, it was clear from the video, this girl was overwhelmed with the love.
She was beautiful.
And when I started talking about it afterwards, I just started crying hysterically, like full on ugly cry, about the idea that of what this girl was experiencing when these people, when Beyonce chose to empower these people out of the meantime of just being spectators at a concert and into their excellence as empowering and inspiring and giving their love to this girl in that moment. Literally, she shifted people from that average mean time of spectator life into the active role of a creator, a changer. And I was overwhelmed by it. But Oprah does that every day on her show. Ellen
It's true. They
does
do.
that. And countless other people. And I get that we get to do that. I get to do that in my office. I get to shift out of the meantime, the average time, and up my game. Be empowering. Be inspiring. Be committed to something more than just showing up. Because like you said in another episode, your friend talks about the watchers, the witnesses. What does she call them? She calls them landfill.
Yes, landfill.
Landfill. Someone who's just sitting here filling space and not causing any particular value one way or the other. The world doesn't need that.
No.
And I get that, if anything, let's look at what it took for Beyoncé Knowles to literally, let's say, cure cancer. By using her moment to focus the attention of the people who were around her. It just happened that it was thousands of people. Mm-hmm. Focus their attention on this person, this little being who is currently dealing with cancer, and empower all of them to be more than mediocre. In that moment, to give themselves, their energy, their love, to empowering and shifting that girl. And it was beautiful. It was powerful. And we can do that. This is not something reserved solely for the super rich or super celebrities.
Right. It's true.
Because either we are an active part of the change, or we are stuck in the meantime. We're stuck in the average moments of life, not being spectacular, not being our contribution, not living in our excellence. And we're dead weight. We're dead weight to the world. We're dead weight in our relationships. We're dead weight at work. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Ultimately, the results will prove that. And as far as I'm concerned, I choose to have the universe support me in being excellent by giving me all the abundance that supports me in being excellent. That means a great paying job, an excellent place for me to lay my head every night, a car that drives me from point A to point B, because all abundance is to support me in that. And I choose to be excellent, and I choose to empower everyone around me to excellence. So
it is.
My challenge for this audience is to step out of the meantime in your relationships, at work, in every aspect of what you do. Be excellent, be empowering, be causing something valuable, because the alternative is you are dragging us all. You are slowing progress by living in your mediocrity, in your smallness. So stop. Choose to be in your excellence and empower transformation, and let go of the meantime. And when you see someone living in their meantime, empower something different. That doesn't look like telling them that they're bad, sick, and wrong, but maybe it's as simple as what Beyonce did. She just stood up and started being Beyonce. Mm-hmm. And she enrolled that whole audience in her vision simply by singing. By singing in her moment to this girl and giving everything Beyonce had to this girl. And everyone witnessing it had no choice but to step up and do it too. Because how stupid would you feel to sit there and not get anything out of that? To be the one who sat there and went, what the hell was that? And there are people in our audience, I'm sure, who have felt that way. After experiencing something, their end result is, well, what was that? That didn't make any sense. And walked away in their mediocrity.
What is your political affiliation?
Exactly. So my challenge for this audience is to let go of the meantime and step up into the excellence. Mm-hmm. Because that's what this world deserves right now. That's what your neighbors deserve. That's what your relationships deserve. That's what your work deserves. That's what everyone deserves. So be in your excellence.
You weren't created for anything less.
No. And in fact, if you truly love those people in your life, you would not settle for anything less but their excellence.
True.
So remember, talk is cheap. If you're not willing to do what it takes to cause transformation, you're just literally talking yourself into the meantime. So that's our show. You've got the challenge. It's up to you to step out of mediocrity. So Melissa, you're awesome. I love everything about you.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
So that's our show. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. And step into your excellence, people.
Yep, you're awesome.
Step into your excellence.
Talk is Cheap is a 16 Stone Media production. This show is hosted by Jason Beckett and co-host Melissa Barlow. All rights reserved. Copyright 2009.